good afternoon, everyone. Live from Valley Park in Hurricane, West Virginia. Tim Carper, along with my broadcast partner, Chauncey Griffith, set to bring you all the action of Boyd County Cubs 9U baseball right here on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network. Welcome all of you watching us on YouTube and Facebook. At least we hope so, Chauncey. We hope we're there.
We think we are.
We think we are. This is an absolute social experiment for us. Well, between Chauncey and I, we've been doing sports radio for quite a while.
Yeah.
Not together. This is our first time together.
It is. And I do want to throw in there, we won't go over the pie chart of how those years are made up.
About 31 years.
Yeah,
some more than others.
Sure.
Of course, it doesn't matter.
No.
It's combined.
No. That's right.
I
was just trying to make an old joke, Tim. That's all.
I understand.
Yeah.
If you listen to us, you're going to hear some really bad jokes, I promise you. But we're going to have fun, and basically we're just doing this to highlight these young kids that are playing. We do have a vested interest. My grandson plays on this team. Chauncey's son plays on this team. So we will not hide that fact. Most people listening already know that.
Sure.
Sure. But we're going to try some different setups. We're going to try some different things to see if we can make this, just make it the best broadcast we can. I understand the camera angle is not the best. We're kind of out in right field. But we also didn't want to sit in the crowd and try to do play-by-play. Number one, it's hard telling what you might hear through our microphones.
Right.
And we do not have a 7-second delay and the bleep button. And believe it or not, in youth baseball, that sometimes is necessary.
More often than one might assume.
It can get rather hairy at times, no question about it. But, we are certainly hoping that we'll just have a good time here tonight or this afternoon. We're going to have fun with it. When we do high school games, college games, we both have done high school and college sports. A lot of times you get a lot of information on teams
Sure.
with rosters and so forth.
Sure.
That doesn't happen in 9U baseball.
We're just hoping for last names, to be honest.
If we can get first names
yeah.
or even numbers,
That's
we're
right.
going to be all right with that. But we're going to do our best just to have fun today. If you are watching, listening live to us, and you know our numbers, text us. Let us know what you're thinking. If we're coming through loud and clear, or if of what's happening, or if you're watching on, this hopefully is going to get to YouTube and or Facebook, or maybe might get to either one. I have no idea, to be honest, folks. But let us know what you think we can do to improve. I'm sure there'll be a lot of those. Or if you like something we did or didn't like something we did, I'll just tell you right now, Chauncey and I are both very sarcastic individuals, so you're going to hear some things that are jokingly said, but lovingly said.
That's right.
Would that be a good way to put it?
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, we're not here. We're not going to be mean to anybody, but especially our kids, we're going to probably abuse them a little bit.
I was going to give the warning there. When number 31 gets up, just be ready.
But they know we love them, and they know we care, and that's what we're doing here, just to show them a little bit of love and let them know, and let other people take a peek in on youth baseball. There's some people out there that, hey, what is youth baseball? What's travel baseball all about? So we can give you at least a little bit of insight of the type of play that it is, and some of the insights into things like that, and we'll give it a whirl. Let's take a break. What do you think? And we'll come back here in just a little bit, hopefully get some starting lineups. This game was set to start at 4:30. It is now 4:40 or so. Go ahead, Chauncey.
Before we go to commercial break, I'm not going to say anything, but if MJ McKay is listening, and I know he was a few moments ago, I really hope you enjoy these commercials.
I think you'll love them.
I do, too.
I really do. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. You're listening to Boyd County Cubs 9U Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
Waiter! Bill, did you ever see such poor service? I'm going to call the manager.
Take it easy, Walt. What's mostly wrong is your grouse.
I'm sorry, Phil, but my digestion is so upset.
What you may need for your poor digestion is something that works after nature's own order. Try Carter's Little Liver Pills.
Good advice. When your digestion is upset and you feel headachy and irritable, take Carter's Little Liver Pills. You see, each day nature normally produces about 2 pints of a vital digestive juice to help digest your food. If nature fails, your food may remain undigested, leaving you headachy and irritable. To feel cheerful and happy again, take Carter's Little Liver Pills. They increase the flow of this vital digestive juice quickly, often in as little as 30 minutes, and you're on the road to feeling better. Don't depend on artificial aids to counteract indigestion when Carter's Little Liver Pills aid digestion after nature's own order. Take Carter's Little Liver Pills as directed. Get them at any drugstore, only 25 cents.
Patty cake cookies. Patty cake cookies. Patty cake baker, you're a famous man.
Well, all I do is bake them just as good as it can.
What is your secret, Mr. Patty Cake Man?
I sample them, ladies, one from each pan.
Children, stop shoving. There's more in the oven. Hey, Mom!
Put patty cake cookies on your shopping list.
Oatmeal, chocolate chip, and sugar mist. I'm seeing varieties on your market shelf.
Why, they're so good you're lucky I don't eat them all myself.
Patty cake cookies. Patty cake cookies.
Patty cake cookies. Doesn't get any better than that.
Blue cellophane package, you can see what's inside.
What makes the taste of good patty cake man?
Well, to tell the truth, I sample them, 2 from each pan.
I love it.
Those go out to our dear friend and a former work colleague of mine and yours as well, Mr. M.J. McKay. Folks in the Greenup, Ashland, Grayson area will definitely know that name, M.J. McKay. And M.J., I do have a commercial from the brand that you sent a text to Chauncey about, but we aren't going to play those, I promise. But I did download one just for fun. But MJ does a wonderful job over at MyTown TV, and he's just one of my best buddies at all times. And MJ, we appreciate you, my friend. And you're allowed to abuse us via text or however you want to do it. We'll allow that.
That's
because
right.
MJ is one of my all-time favorite guys in the world. Hard worker, great radio guy. And, MJ and I worked closely together for several years and enjoy MJ a lot. Well, looks like the Elk River Rampage will be taking the field. They'll be the home team on your scoreboard today. And we are going to do our absolute dead level best to get a scoreboard up for you here in a minute. We didn't get any lineups. Normally they send us some lineups. So we're going to do our best. You know, the I-score that we're trying, we're going to see what happens. Well, we'll just see what happens. I mean, we're going to have fun with it. And whatever happens today will happen, and we're going to just get together, and Chauncey and I are going to try to tell you a little something about the game and hopefully be quasi-entertaining at the same time. We don't have last names, I can tell you that. But we'll call these kids by their first name. I can't see. Can you tell who's pitching there, Chauncey? What number is that? Number 6?
I believe it is number 6, Tim. I'm working on getting us a lineup here.
Okay, Chauncey will do that. I do not have a number 6 on my roster that I got off of Game Changer, so we'll just have to go with that and see what happens. But we may be able to go to Game Changer and find that here in a little bit and go back and forth. But whatever, we'll do what we can. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to play some ball, and we'll go from there and see what happens, who will be leading off. I don't think that I have the correct leadoff guys, so it's probably going to be Ty Mullins, would you think?
Typically.
And there goes Chauncey's. We do have some wind here, folks. There goes Chauncey.
I need a paperweight. Where's Oliver when you need him? That's my other son.
Oliver would be a good one.
Yeah.
Or, well, the little one.
That's true. That's true.
The
She's
little
pretty
one.
squirmy, though,
Oakley,
I must say.
Oakley could probably absolutely handle those duties here today to set as a paperweight.
I will say, Tim, one thing that, back to baseball for just one moment.
Go to
Instead
baseball.
of my
You
children.
want, that's why we're here, babe.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do.
One thing that is always interesting, coming up here to Hurricane or some of these different ballparks around the area, is the turf field. This is a full turf field, turf infield all the way out here to the fence where we're at.
Right.
And you have to play a ball a little bit differently on the turf. It's got a little more bounce to it. It rolls a little quicker. There's no humps or anything like that.
A little bit different.
It'd be interesting.
First pitch on the way to start this one. Mullins bunts it up the third base line. It's a beauty if it stays fair, and it does, and that's an infield single. So a bunt single right up the third base line will put Ty Mullins at first base. And who is that going to bring to the plate for us?
I believe that would be number 31.
And that would be Mr. Brantley Griffith.
I think I know him.
First pitch outside a ball.
And an overthrow at first base.
Tried to throw over first, and I'm trying to get everything else in, so thank you.
Yeah.
So ball one. Runner does go to second on a pick attempt.
1-0 the count.
1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 comes plateward, and it's in the dirt ball 2.
Looks like Tate Caesar over there on deck for Boyd County. A 2-0 pitch. A called strike one. 2-1 the count now.
Look, maybe a bit low, but we'll allow it.
Oh, yeah. You got to swing the bat, son. That's what I'd be saying if I was over there right now.
You do, for sure. I can't get this thing to put Ty Mullins on second base for some reason.
Fouled that one down the first base line. 2-2 the count.
2
now.
balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners at second base in Mullins. Brantley Griffith at the plate for the Boyd County Cubs. And that one's taken outside. Ball gets past the catcher, and Mullins will move up to third after a full count reached by Griffith.
So we go from first batter, a first pitch single, to a full count here on batter number 2. Payoff pitch is on its way.
And that's going to be inside, ball 4.
So 2 runners on now for the Cubs. I believe that's Tate Caesar coming up.
It will be Caesar at the plate. First pitch swung on and fouled off. Straight back. Strike 1.
Something else too about this field on that pass ball made me think of it is, typically you have a fence as a backstop. Well, on these fields up here in Hurricane, the fence is significantly farther back than most fields, so they've got a protective net there.
Exactly. And there's going to be a ball. It gets past the catcher on a wild pitch. Runner from second will advance.
And the reason I mention that, sometimes these pass balls tend to get caught in that net, or it can be an obstacle.
It can be also be, I can't read. Yeah, the numbers are messed up on our deal. Yeah, we're trying. We did not get a lineup prior, so some of our things are going to be screwed up a little bit, and we apologize for that. But again, this is our first try.
Yeah.
So
I think we're doing good so far.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Ball's fouled straight back.
I do, in an update, I do have an Elk River lineup that will get put in here.
All right.
In between.
How'd you get that?
Cody Sturgill.
Cody's the man.
Yes, sir.
When we go to break, maybe we can figure out our lineup. Do we have our lineup?
Not yet. I will work on that one next.
Pitch is high ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. We're in the top of the first inning. Cubs in the Rampage. Tate Caesar settles in with a 2-2 count. Two runners on. Griffiths at second, Mullins at first. From the set, the pitch, low and outside, and we're going to have a break from home. And Ty Mullins will score.
That's a full count to Caesar now. Griffith advances over to third base. Still no outs here for Boyd County.
And Griffith does go on to third, so another stolen base with a full count, 3-2. And he walked it, ball 4. And Griffith is going to take home on the pass ball, and Caesar thought about going to second. And they try to throw it over to first to get Caesar.
Looks like the first baseman's down on the field there, Jim.
And he may have gotten stepped on there. He might have taken one to the nether regions right there. It's quite possible. Caesar is going to move up to second on the throw.
Looks like Coach is out there tending to him as well. I wonder if the ball didn't make contact with him, maybe.
It could have.
Yeah.
It may have hit both.
I wasn't going to bring it up, and then I was, and then I wasn't, but I'm going to do it.
Go ahead.
What's the saying you have for that?
What's that?
Hit below the
Mendoza line.
Mendoza line.
Or
There we go.
the equator.
Yeah, there we go.
Down below
I couldn't remember Mendoza. That's it.
Mendoza line.
Yeah.
Who is our next batter? Can you tell?
I believe that might be Owen. No, that's Gabe.
So Gabe Mullins will step in next.
Both players up on their feet. Coach is still out there tending. I think the umpire just wanted to come over and check on Tate at second.
And again, if the name's on the on your screen, I'm just glad there's something on the screen.
Yeah.
But if the names on the screen do not match what's going on, we do apologize for that. We have 9 new travel balls, a little different in getting lineups and so forth, as compared to other things. Who you got at first base, by the way, for Elk River?
I'll tell you right now. No positions.
No
Just
positions.
batting order and numbers.
Okay.
That's number 3, though.
That's number 3.
And I'll tell you who that is right now.
JoJo.
We'll try to pronounce that one.
Well, I'll just say with JoJo.
Yep.
First pitch is a ball. Ball 1.
I believe we're going to say JoJo Daig, D-A-I-G.
Sounds good to me. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of struggling anyway. 1-0 is upstairs, ball 2. Cubs lead at 2-0 here in the top of the first inning. Runner at second is Tate Caesar. Gabe Mullins settles back into the right-handed box. How about the pitcher, number 6? I did not have his name at all.
Williams.
Williams first, the 2-1 appeared to be a little bit low and inside, but this umpire's got a date, so he called that one strike one.
It's hot, okay?
2 balls, 1 strike. That breeze feels good, however.
Yeah, it sure does.
2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody down. Pitch misses the inside corner, ball 3. So Mullins runs the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. These 2 teams did play in the championship game of the last tournament that the Cubs won. They won that one. But they were also soundly defeated in Grayson by this team. That pitch appeared to just miss the left-handed batter's box. However, the umpire called it strike 2. So a full count run to Gabe Mullins. And again, we're 280 feet away, but we're also sitting where we can see the plate. And my goodness, he called that strike 3.
He sure did.
Woo.
Out number one there.
That was quite a bit outside. Who we got coming up now?
That's Brody Evans.
Brody Evans up to the plate. His first offering, he rips that one into just short left center field, but a nice job. Tried that one by the shortstop, but it got off his glove. We're going to give him a hit on that one. That was
agree.
a tough play.
I agree.
And so Evans takes the first pitch in play, hits a single to left field, and that will put Caesar at third. And now batting is who is that batting, sir?
Buddy, I was waiting on you to say it.
Chris Miller.
Okay.
I do believe. Miller takes the first pitch, a ball, tries to bunt that one up the line. I think he did. I have my head down. Trying to get these kids in, so I apologize, but there's going to be a ball and strike.
That is Chris Miller.
Yeah, I do believe it is. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Runners at first and third. That one's upstairs. Runner breaks for second base. He's going to be there easily. So a stolen base for Brody Evans.
That one goes right down Broadway,
Right
Jim.
down Broadway, called strike 2.
I might have stolen that one from you.
I took it from the Cowboys, so that's all right. Doesn't matter. Nothing's new. That ball's up and in. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw back the pitcher. Almost got away. What did you say the pitcher's name was? Williams?
Williams.
I don't have a Williams on here, so we'll have to add him.
Number 6.
At some point to the roster. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Cubs have plated 2, and that'll bring, is that Owen?
I believe it is.
Number 3, Owen Rogers to the plate, I do believe. That's the other disadvantage of sitting out here, is we cannot see very well. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. Williams comes set. Now to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that'll do it here in the top of the first inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We played a half an inning. Your score is Boyd County 2, Elk River Rampage coming to the plate. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Cubs Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
To keep your dog in top condition, get your pet complete nutrition. Feed 'em sturdy, make 'em sturdy, happy, friendly, petty, birdie. Any dog can be a winner if he eats some sturdy dinner. Feed 'em sturdy, beefy sturdy, vet with vet insist on sturdy. Ask any dog who's tasted it, the doggy with the bit. You sturdy dinner, dog food is delicious. Get sturdy.
Another public service announcement from Brill Cream. Men, beware. Use 1 dab of Brill Cream. Just a little dab makes your hair look excitingly clean, disturbingly healthy. This man dared to use 2 dabs. Now he's in trouble. We refuse to be responsible.
Brill Cream, Brill Cream, Brill Cream. Brill Cream, a little dab will do ya. Brill Cream, you look so debonair. Brill Cream, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair.
And, of course, Brill Cream brought to you by Chauncey and I.
Yeah. I don't even have a response to that, okay?
Well, you might not be old enough to remember what Brill Cream is all about, but it is.
I know it has to do with hair, and that's a touchy subject with me, okay?
Is it really?
Nah, well, it used to be.
You know,
Now it's gone.
I've got Tate Caesar with the wrong number on here, so I'm going to have to change that in a minute. But let's take a look at the defensive lineup for your Cubs. Pitching today is Chris Miller. Behind the plate, Ty Mullins. First base is Owen Rogers. Second base, Brantley Griffith. The shortstop is Tate Caesar. Over at third base is Brody Evans. Left field, Mason Marsh. Center field is Henry Mullins. And left field is Henry Hudson Pillar. So that's your defensive alignment for the Cubs here today.
How about Remy Hudson Pillar?
What'd I say?
Henry. Close.
Remy Hudson Pillar. Henry is
Sturgill.
a Sturgill.
Yes.
And that's what happens when you try to do five things.
I was going to say, you have a great excuse.
I'm trying to get all these in.
I have their lineup here, too.
Okay, we'll do that in a minute. I don't have Henry on here yet, so I'm going to have to do something with that. In right field is Remy Hudson Pillar. I don't see a way to add a player yet, so I can add a sub, and I can do it right here. Henry Sturgill.
Yes, sir. Number 23.
I'm learning, folks. Maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know.
You're doing a great job.
I'm doing my best, and I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I just did that, and now he's not on here. Guess I didn't hit save. Oh, well, we'll worry about that later.
That's
Who
right.
is the first batter for Elk River?
That will be number 5. And, again, the handwriting on the lineup I received, I'm not going to try to attempt what.
Is it Keeper?
Sure.
I don't have it. Yeah, it's a Grayson Keeper. That's
Okay.
The first pitch was way up and outside for ball one.
Grayson Keeper. Where is Elk River anyway?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say West Virginia. That's
It
about
is in West Virginia. I think it's up around the maybe Elkins,
Okay.
up in that area. I'm not sure.
That's a pretty good haul.
We've got some kind of hold up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mason Marsh's shoe is not cooperating apparently.
Jeff Evans to the rescue.
To the rescue,
Yes,
got
sir.
it going. Mason's got new turf shoes.
Oh, I like it.
So he is trying out turf shoes today for the
And
first
they are,
time.
if you can see them on your screen, I'm not sure he's playing left field. They are shining.
Yeah, I tried to keep him out of the screen. Pitch up and out, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
I will say, for Mason's defense, good presence of mind, realizing, hey, I need to get these shoes tied in case I got to chase down a fly ball.
Well, blind squirrel on acorn. There's a ball hit right at Owen Rogers, who makes a great play at first base. Picks it up. And that's the first time I've had to try to do an out here. So what do I need to do here, Mr. Chonte? I don't know. We got an out.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
A ground out to first base.
To first base. There you go.
And one away.
Up next is the pitcher. Number 6, that's Williams, I'll tell you that much.
Cameron Williams, as a
Cameron.
matter of fact. First pitch is a ball. Well, that one's inside for a ball. It's not allowing me to sub Mr. Cameron, so I guess because I hit a ball for, oh, here we go. I can do it. I know you guys are loving me. Here's a hit by pitch. I know you guys are loving me, telling you what I'm doing.
Hey, people
While we're
understand.
trying to, hey, we'll figure this all out. And we have a hit by pitch. We're just going to call it a base on balls. I know that's different, but we got to do what we got to do. Who's batting now?
Number 10, Turley.
Aiden Turley.
1-1 is the count after he swung and missed at that one.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. What was his last name again?
Turley.
Turley.
That one misses outside, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away, runners at first. The 2-1 pitch, upstairs, ball 3. Chris Miller on the hill today for the Cubbies in pool play today. And there's ball 4. And that brings to the plate. Who we got batting now, sir?
That is JoJo Daig.
JoJo
Number
hits a
3.
ball to the out in front of the catcher, who Mullins picks it up, throws to third, and should have been an out there, but there wasn't. What's this kid's number on first?
Number 3.
So that'll leave bases loaded. And I've got to try to figure out what just happened there. So we had a ball in play, and we're going to call that a fielder's choice.
Right.
Is that a foul ball?
Yes, sir. Batter number 24, Whirl, is his last name. Ernest P. No, I'm kidding.
Ernest
about
P.
that.
Whirl.
Yeah. See, there's the corny jokes. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Called strike number 2 there.
Go ahead and take over play-by-play while I try to figure this out.
I'll do my best. The
You're
2-2
fine.
pitch on its way from Miller. No swing, but a called strike 3 on the outside corner of the plate. 2 away. Got him looking there, Tim. That will bring up batter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. That is number 15, Buckner.
So we had a strikeout of
Whirl,
Whirl.
number 24. First one, they're going to say that was a foul ball. I stand corrected. That was a fair ball on the line. So one runner's going to score.
On a single?
Yes, sir. And the play from second is dropped there. A bouncing throw, just not able to be caught there by Rogers. He had it in his glove, but it hits the ground, so another run's going to score, and that'll be a single for Buckner. And that will bring up Abshire, number 30. So by my mathematics, we're all tied up at 2 right now. As Miller set to deliver here. First pitch up out of the strike zone. Actually, I believe
That was a
Tim,
wild pitch, and the runner just scored.
Yep, I believe you're right. 3-2 the score now. I'm trying to get my everything caught up here.
Well, I can tell you what, we will not be using iScore anymore.
No. We're going to work on getting lineups in advance, too.
We will do that. So your on-screen deal might be a little bit different.
That's right.
We will try our best to get things.
Nonetheless, 3-2 the score right now. Elk River ahead. 2 away, 1 runner on second base. Abshire at the plate, 2-0 the count. Miller set to deliver, and he does just that. That one up. And a wild pitch allows the runner to advance on over to third base now. So 3-0 the count.
And for those of you who we are just going to leave this game on top. On your deal up top, it's going to be, your scoreboard is going to be a little different because I score just crashed. So I'm going to have to go to something else, and that'll be all right. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Ball 4 sends Abshire to first base. So runners on the corners, and that will bring up number 29. And I'm going to say Rousey. He hits one over towards second base.
And Griffith will take it 4 unassisted,
yes,
and that
sir.
will be the end of the inning. So what'd you have there, 3 runs?
3 runs on 1 base hit, 2 runners left on. 1 runner left on, sorry. 3-2 your score after 1 inning of play, I'll tell you that.
Right here on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
To keep your dog in top condition, get your pet complete nutrition. Feed 'em sturdy, make 'em sturdy, happy, friendly, petty, birdie. Any dog can be a winner if he eats some sturdy dinner. Feed 'em sturdy, beefy sturdy, vet with thanks insist on sturdy. Ask any dog who's tasted it, the doggy with the bit. You sturdy dinner, dog food is delicious. Get sturdy.
And we're back.
On a beautiful sunshiny day.
It is, and we apologize. I don't know what is up on the stream as far as, can you pull up YouTube and see what's
I think
on
I've
there?
got it up here somewhere.
We wanted to have a crowd up on the top, and we'll work on that, but iScore is a nightmare for me, and I think the crown's gone. That's good. So we'll just go with this. But you're keeping score there,
I'm
right?
doing my best, yep.
So we'll just worry about that. I'm just afraid we may have missed a run. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I will go to Elk Rivers. Well, they don't have theirs up. I was hoping the Elk River Rampage would have.
Oh, their game changer?
Their game changer up.
Yep.
But they did not. They had game changer for the last game. Maybe their game changer guy left. I don't know.
Huh.
But we will look and see if we can find their. Please don't judge our abilities by what you're seeing and hearing.
That's exactly
right
right
now, because technology is a wonderful thing till it doesn't work anymore.
Makes us appreciate people like M.J. McKay even more.
Absolutely. Okay, Elk River does have their game changer up, and it is 3-2.
Okay,
we're correct there.
I would have put a little bit on that maybe.
And so we're all right there. We're in the top of the second inning. It is 3-2, and Henry Sturgill will be coming to the plate. So I apologize for there not being a scoreboard on the screen right now. We had some technical difficulties, but we'll work those out, and we'll get those things working out just fine.
We were talking before we came on. This is kind of our trial run for next weekend.
This is absolutely our trial run for 2 weekends from now. We're going to be doing the County Boys Classic. And we'll have a press box and rosters and all good stuff for that. So this is just kind of a preview for that. As Sturgill squares to bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. So we'll make it.
Yeah.
This anytime any first attempt at something is usually has several bugs, and this one does. And so we'll just have to power through it. That one's high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody down here in the top of the second inning. The Cubs trail it 3-2 to the Elk River Rampage. Tim Carper along with Chauncey Griffith.
I know it's the wrong sport, Tim, but I think backing up and punting might be a good
That's
analogy.
what we're doing right now. It's 3-0. Well, like I say, we will. If this were a game changer,
yep,
I know how to use that program, and things would be great.
Yep.
But we can only broadcast to Game Changer, which is one thing that I despise about Game Changer. That one's the automatic 3-0 strike call by the home plate umpire. 3-0, you can roll it in there and travel ball, and it's going to be called a strike.
Henry didn't even have to move his head to watch that one go by, or his eyes, straight ahead.
And that'll be ball 4, so that will put Sturgill on first base with nobody down. Bring Mason Marsh to the plate.
I know that guy.
Mason is my grandson, for those of you who don't know, and he's a decent little ball player at times, and sometimes he's a knucklehead, just like every other kid around. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, ball gets through. Sturgill will move up to second base, take a turn and look, and he'll stay there. So 1 ball, no strikes.
One thing about Henry Sturgill, he can get around those bases, buddy.
He's fast. He's quick as a hiccup. Ain't no doubt about it.
There you go. I set you up for that, didn't I?
My memory brought it back. I hadn't used that one in a long time. Marsh squares the bunt again, pulls it back, takes a strike. Sturgill's going to swipe third, straight steal that time.
Yes, sir.
So now runner at third with nobody down. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Marsh. Williams comes set. Now to the plate. Marsh swings at a ball low and outside, but that's been called a strike all day, so probably a good thing to swing at it.
That's right.
Falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams comes to the belt. Now to the plate. Marsh takes that one right down Broadway, calls strike 3. I don't know why he was jumping out of the way of it, but he sure was. Got scared.
Sometimes that's hard not to do when it's on the inside corner like that.
That's all right.
When you're 9 years old.
That's exactly right. And that'll bring Brantley Shelton to the plate. No, that's Remy Hudson-Pillar, I'm sorry.
Yes.
To the plate for the Cubs, and Hudson-Pillar takes that one outside, ball 1. Sturgill at third. 1 away. Brantley Shelton on deck for the Cubs. Hudson-Pillar bails out and calls strike 1. That guy must have a wide zone.
I think I'm with you. I think he must have a date later.
He's got a date later tonight, boys. He's got a 7:30 game, and he's got to call it, and he's got a date at 9. They need to get it over with.
Yep.
My goodness, you got to give. If you called in the exact strike zone at this level, we might be here all night.
Yeah, you would.
Might get 1 inning in.
I was going to say you wouldn't get very much ball played.
That pitch missed outside. Ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away, 1 on. Ace is wild. It was ball 2. Excuse me. There's ball 3. And Sturgill's going to come from home on a wild pitch. He'll score and tie this ball game up at 3-all. Thanks to the Elk River Game Changer guy or gal, we are appreciative.
Absolutely.
Because at least now I can find some names in proper batting orders. Another thing about the Game Changer app is the batting order thing's pretty easy to change. Hudson-Pillar dribbles this one off the right side, picked up by the second baseman. And that's Radin, and he'll throw to first base route number 2.
Now that should bring up Brantley Shelton.
That should bring Brantley Shelton to the plate. The number 12 batter. We bat all 12, or 11 for the Cubbies. You bat all 11. So with nobody on and 2 away, Shelton will step in and take that pitch. That was the best looking pitch I've seen all inning. They call the ball.
Yep.
It's going to be honest with you.
Just a really wide strike zone. How about that?
It's not very far up and down, that's for sure. That was a pretty good looking pitch, but call the ball. The 1-0 in the dirt, call ball 2.
Brantley had some really good hits in practice 2 days ago. He's hitting the ball well.
Yes. I'll tell you who was cranking the ball in practice on Thursday. It was Tate Caesar.
I knew where you were heading with that. He told you to say that, didn't he?
He asked me if I'd mention his batting practice prowess. I told him I wouldn't, but he was. He was killing.
He really was, yeah.
He was killing the ball in practice the other day. Shelton takes that one outside. Ball 3.
Here's the question. I'm going to ask you your prediction here, okay?
All right, then.
3-0 is the count.
This will be a strike if it's over the backstop.
I'm with you. You knew where I was heading there.
I don't care where this pitch is going to be. It's going to be called a strike because it's 3-0, and Brantley Shelton's got the take side. And that pitch was
That wasn't terrible.
It was borderline,
yeah.
but it was going to be a strike if they threw that one over to field 3. That's just a youth baseball, almost an automatic rule. Shelton swings the ball outside, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 1 in here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Hurricane, West Virginia. The payoff pitch comes to the plate and misses way outside and low. That one, ball 4. So Shelton becomes a 2-out runner. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Ty Mullins. If I'm not mistaken, Ty had a bunt single to start this baseball game and scored.
I believe you're correct. On the very first pitch of the ball game.
Beautiful bunt right up the third base line, ended up scoring. And he is the catcher, so he did have, that's kind of good. He had his shin guards on.
That's right. That's what he's supposed to do with 2 outs.
Play. So with 2 outs, he was ready to go. But now we have a little bit of a break in the action as he gets the guards off, now settles back in the right-handed box. Williams comes to the belt, now to the plate. That one in the dirt, into the brown turf. And Shelton will move up on the ball, wild pitch. There is no dirt on this. Not even the mound is dirt.
No.
Everything is turf. And I like that.
I do too. It's really something to see when you're up.
Beautiful
yes.
complex here. Is it Valley Park? Is that the name of this place, I think?
Yes, sir.
And it is an absolutely gorgeous complex.
If you don't know where that's at, from where we're sitting right now, I could almost throw a baseball into the wave pool up here in Hurricane.
And that ball gets away in a close play at third, but Shelton slides into third base, able to get under the tag of the third baseman, Connor. So an advancement of a couple of bases on this at-bat by Mullins as Brantley Shelton at third base. Mullins swings one, lifts it to right center field. That's going to get down for an RBI single. It gets past the right fielder. Mullins can fly, and he's going to come into second with a stand-up double.
Yes, sir. What a hit there. Right into the gap. Both outfielders closed down on it, but it just squeezed through.
Right in the gap. So a RBI double by Ty Mullins.
First extra base hit of the ball game for either team.
Tie this ball game up at 3-3. And Kristen's little baby boy.
Speaking of Kristen.
Brantley Griffith coming up to the plate. Hi, Kristen. Are you listening, watching?
She's looking for her fan, actually.
Griffith takes that one on the outside corner, called strike 1. So she don't even know we're talking about her.
No, not even close. She might. There's another text.
Probably does. No balls and a strike to Griffith. Takes that one in the dirt. And Mullins is going to try to straight steal third, and he got in there.
Yes, sir, right under that tag.
He was well under the tag as the ball was dropped anyway. I think the umpire was about to call him out until the third baseman, Connor B., dropped it. And we only have first names on some of these kids, so.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're doing our best. But Connor dropped that one, and Mullins able to slide in there.
And I tell you what, that's an example right there why Ty Mullins bats first in the lineup.
He's quick as a hiccup, as we said, and the Rampage coach is disputing this call about something. He's out on the field asking the umpire. I think he was going to call him out till the ball came free, and he wasn't out anyway. In my opinion, from our angle, the tag was way up. Way up.
Yep.
And so the coach does not get satisfaction from the field umpire, so he's going to stop and talk to the plate umpire. And I have never in my life, and I've umpired for 40 years, never in my life have I seen an umpire change a call because the coach came out to argue with you. It just doesn't happen.
Matter of fact, it's going to go even farther the wrong way.
Usually it's going to hurt you. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the top of the second inning. Runner at third. Cubs have a 4-3 lead. That one's in the dirt. Gets by. Here comes Mullins to score, and he's going to score easily on the wild pitch and give the Cubs a 5-3 lead here in the top of the second.
A lot of runs scored so far.
Well, speed. I'm of the adage here that you just take off like they've done. Just run. Make them throw
That's
the
right.
ball.
Aggressive base
Be
running.
aggressive. I'm a Nick Mingione guy in
Yes,
that
sir.
aspect. Make them make a play. Griffith fouls this one back on the 2-2 pitch.
And not only that, it's fun baseball to watch too.
Well, yeah. To be quite honest, these games can get boring.
Yeah.
They really can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not dogging. I mean, these are 9-year-old kids.
That's right.
When you've got one involved, it's always exciting. But if you're just a outside spectator, they can get a little bit tiresome.
Sure.
But when you run and gun and Griffith swings and misses on strike 3, strike out for the inning, but the Cubs come away with a couple of runs on the strikeout to end the inning, but they get 2 runs on a couple of hits. They left nobody on base after Mullins able to score on the wild pitch, so we played an inning and a half. Your score, the Cubs 5, the Rampage 3. And we'll be back in a moment or so. You are listening to the Cubs Baseball 9U from Boyd County right here on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
My complexion's so bad, I hate to go out. Don't be a square. Try Ting, the faster way to clear up pimples.
Yes, doctors' half-face tests prove Ting medicated cream dries up pimples more effectively than any other product tested. Here's why. Boys and girls have overactive oil glands. Excess oil clogs pores, causes pimples. But Ting blots up oil faster, more completely than other products. In lab tests, Ting completely absorbed oil in 15 minutes. Hours later, other products still had not. No, hiding pimples won't help heal them. No mere cover-up can work like Ting's antiseptic medication. Remember, doctors' half-face tests prove Ting better in every case, better than any other remedy tested. Applied at bedtime, greaseless, stainless Ting dries to oil-absorbing powder that clings all night, even helps heal acne-type blemishes. Don't let externally caused pimples spoil your fun. Get Ting medicated cream, T-I-N-G. See thrilling improvement overnight or money back.
My complexion's so bad, I hate to go out.
Patty cake cookies. Patty cake cookies. Patty cake baker, you're a famous man.
Well, all I do is bake them just as good as it can.
What is your secret, Mr. Patty Cake Man?
I sample them, ladies, one from each pan.
Children, stop shoving. There's more in the oven. Hey, Mom!
Put patty cake cookies on your shopping list.
Oatmeal, chocolate chip, and sugar mist. I'm seeing varieties on your market shelf.
Why, they're so good you're lucky I don't eat them all myself.
Patty cake cookies. Patty cake cookies. Patty cake cookies, how to satisfy.
Blue cellophane package, you can see what you buy.
What makes the taste of good patty cake man?
Well, to tell the truth, I sample them, 2 from each pan.
Patty Cake Cookies, proud sponsor of the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network. If you didn't know, we had to go back and find old commercials that no longer exist or we get copyright struck.
I thought you were going to say, if you didn't know, Tim Carper's a baker man himself.
I am Patty Cake Cookies back in the day. Patty Cake, Baker's man. That's where that came from.
That's right.
I think the first pitch was fouled off. I think we got a strike. I'll have to.
I don't know. I was thinking about cookies.
Yeah, there's a swing and a miss, strike 2 as Cohen steps into the batter's box. Cohen P, whatever P stands for.
I'll work on that.
You've got that for me somewhere, I'm
Maybe.
sure. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Miller records his second strikeout of the day, is that right?
Yes, sir. Strikeout number 2. Cohen Perry, I'm sorry.
Cohen Perry to the plate.
No, that was the last
That
batter.
just struck out.
This is Walker.
Swing and a miss by Walker. No balls and a strike. Be nice to get a 1-2-3 here.
Yes, sir.
That one's low and outside. Ball one. One ball, one strike. One down. This is Christian. Takes that one inside, called strike. What's Christian's last name?
Walker.
Christian Walker.
Batter number 10 in the lineup, back to the top after him.
Let's hope he isn't true to his name. We'd call him Christian Strikeout.
There you go.
And he's going to lift this one on the infield. Tate Caesar calls it, goes to one knee, makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Caesar. That ball was not extremely high. It was a pop-up. And Caesar went to a knee to pull it down in front of Brody Stevens, who tried to move over.
Yes, sir.
Well, 2 away.
Brody Evans. Henry Sturgill came up.
That ball is hit high in the air behind the plate. Mullins, had it in his mitt. Couldn't. Boy, that's a tough play for a young catcher. It's a tough play for any catcher, but that ball was straight up, and that's a tough catch.
And a great job just getting the helmet off.
He got the helmet off, swung around, got to it, but just could not quite haul it in for the out, so that'll be a foul ball, strike 1.
He grounded out to first base. Owen Rogers made a heck of a play on his last hit.
That pitch was just a bit high.
Man, that sounds familiar.
Inside, but it was outside his right shoulder. That was behind him, actually. Yeah, a little Bob Euchre. Just a bit outside. Met Bob Euchre once, one of the nicest men I ever met in my life.
Really?
Oh, gosh. And hilarious. That one misses outside ball, too. You know, you name dropped a little bit. I'm friends with Marty Brenneman.
Yes.
And Marty and I spend some time together here and there. Here's a ball hit to the third baseman, Brody Evans. Long throw across the diamond. Overthrows Owen Rogers. Hudson Pillar there to back it up, but I do believe we're going to get a runner getting all the way to third on that overthrow. And he's going to think about home, and they're going to try to send him home. And the ball gets away from Mullins, and he's going to score. They'll score 5-4 as a ground ball to third base with an overthrow and 2 throwing errors. What should have possibly been an out. You probably have to give the kid an infield single because he did beat it out. But still, at the very worst, you should have a runner on first in a 5-3 game. But now you have a 5-4 game and bases empty as the next batter steps in is Camden Wallace?
Williams. Cameron Williams.
And takes strike 1. That one, well, I can't tell if he called that a strike or not. This guy calls the outside. He calls a ball outside with the same motion that he calls a strike. So I think he called that one outside and not a strike. That one's definitely inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Anyway, I was talking about Marty. I get to hang out with him occasionally. And one day I was in the booth and Bob Euchre was, the Brewers were playing, and we were able to sit down at a table for an inning. And met Mr. Euchre, and he is hilarious.
That's
awesome. He is the same guy off the air as he is on the air. Called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a ball lifted to the right side. Owen Rogers settles under it, makes the catch for out number 3. But we did get a run on a hit and an error or 2 by the Cubs. Nobody left on base. We have played 2 complete. Your score is the Boyd County Cubs 5. And the Elk River Rampage 4. We'll be back in a moment. You are listening to Cubs Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
Get Wild Root Cream off Charlie. It keeps your hair in trim. You see it's non-alcoholic Charlie. It's made with pseudolanolin. You better get Wild Root Cream oil Charlie. Start using it today. You'll find that you will have a tough time, Charlie. Keeping all those gals away. Hiya, Baldy. Get a bottle right away. Your druggist has it. A little goes a long, long way. You hear it screaming. Keeps you looking neat all day.
5-4 as we head to the top of the third inning. The Cubs with the lead. Tate Caesar to lead things off here for Boyd County. There'll be a break after this game, and then we will have the Cubs, I think, taking on the West Virginia Smash, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right. I'll just check on that.
I think it's the West Virginia Smash. So this schedule has changed 3 times within an hour yesterday. So, but I know that's tough. They had, I think, 2 teams drop out. I know the Wolfpack was our original opponent. The Wolfpack dropped out.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. You ever heard that before?
And so with their dropout, they needed to move things around, and they have.
That's right.
So
just thankful to be here playing baseball. These boys
absolutely. And we're thankful to be here, and thankful for you for watching. If you're watching live, or if you'll be watching a little later on after this one, I know some of the kids were excited to get to watch themselves play.
And Tim, we've got a new pitcher for Elk River.
We do. Big number 3,
JoJo Daig.
JoJo Daig, and he's a big old boy.
He sure is.
We've seen some rather large 9-year-olds, which begs the question: is there any way that you can fake birth certificates?
No.
Just joking.
The opinions shared on this broadcast
are mine.
That's right.
I own the network. I'll say what I want.
That's it. Yes, sir.
And if you think you could do better, Chauncey and I will gladly give you our chair.
You got that, but not the shade.
Not the shade. You can't have the camera or the equipment. That's ours.
Or the Diet Dew. That's mine, too.
That's true.
Other than that.
I probably ran through mine.
I got more.
No, I'm glad. I'm going to need one here at the next inning, probably.
Yeah.
I've got 2, but they're with my wife, who's sitting over behind home plate.
She's got the good view.
She does have a better view than we do. And we may try to move our view to their next game. I don't know. We haven't decided.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. We may stay set up here this game and move over there tomorrow or something. We'll see what happens. Win, lose, or draw, the Cubs will play tomorrow. This is pool play, if you're unfamiliar. Pool play then determines seeding for bracket play. We're not sure if tomorrow is a single elimination or double elimination, or different tournaments do it different ways. And we won't know until probably about midnight. What time we play and who we play tomorrow.
That's when we found out today's lineup. It was about midnight last night.
So that stuff, that's just part of it. You don't know if you're going to have to be here at 9 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon until about midnight tonight. So just keep your weekend open. Caesar lines one right back where it came from. And that one gets by the center fielder. He's going to get at least 2. Caesar digging. He's going to go for 3. He's going to be in there easily at third base with a stand-up triple for Tate Caesar. That ball was absolutely tattooed right back where it came from. About undressed the pitcher with that one.
And right into the gap.
And went straight to the gap. Center fielder McNeil, looks like his last name might be, had some trouble getting over to it. Finally, the right fielder able to pick it up and bring it on around. And that pitch honestly hit the dirt and was called a strike. I am not joking one bit. Gabe Mullins is a little bit beside himself, and I can't say that I blame him.
Folks, yeah.
One bit. I mean, you folks that are watching, I don't know how well you can see, but that ball was well in the dirt, and here's a pass ball. Hits the catcher's mitt, bounces off to his left, and Tate Caesar is going to score the 6th run of the game for the Boyd County Cubs, and they'll take a 6-4 lead. Mullins will settle in with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. The wind and the pitch. It was definitely low and outside, but I'm waiting to call.
I'm with you. I wasn't going to say a word.
We have no idea sometimes. So 2 balls and a strike. 6-4 your score. Cubs on top. Nobody down here in the top of the 3rd. That one catches the inside corner, called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the Cub extra hitter, Gabe Mullins. That one in the dirt. We'll run the count full at 3-2. I see what's wrong with the umpire. He's left-handed.
I didn't know where that was going. There were a lot of possibilities there.
He's left-handed.
Okay.
That means he's left-eyed. He can't see very well on that other eye. Mullins rips this one up to first base side, foul. And Jeff Evans made a pitiful effort to get to that baseball. And he'll rewatch this and know that he did make it. It may not be seen on the camera, I'm not sure, but here's a ball fouled straight back. Here's what we need MJ to do is figure us out a way we can have a big monitor so we can see the camera, see what's going on.
If anybody could do it, it would be him.
I've got the iPad, but I have to do other things with the iPad, so the camera software is on my iPhone, and I don't have very good eyeballs, and that one's lowered outside, ball 4, Mullins will get first base. My eyeballs just aren't very good to see what our stream actually looks like. I do know, or I won't say do know, I do believe we are on the air.
I'm going to check.
I do believe we're on the air. I don't know what the lag is like. Brody Evans steps in with a runner at first base and nobody out. Squares the bunt, lays a beauty down up the first base side. Pitcher will pounce off, throw to first. But a nice sacrifice by Brody Evans to move Gabe Mullins up 60 feet and in scoring position. So a nice job there by Mullins. That's tough for this age especially. You don't see a lot of really successful sacrifice bunts, or haven't. But Brody did a good job there, and that'll bring Chris Miller to the plate. Miller takes that one. Whoa, looked like...
I'm waiting. I'm not going to say a word.
That looked right down Broadway, and it was called a ball. This umpire's all over the place. I'm not going to abuse this umpire. I know it's tough, but that looked like a good pitch. And that same exact pitch was called a strike. The coach said, throw it there again. He cannot call that a ball again, and he couldn't. Runs the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 1 on. Aces wild here in the top of the 3rd inning. That one's up and in. Miller will take for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Cubs lead it 6-4. And that one hit Miller right in the top of the noggin.
Sure did.
And he bounces right up and runs to first base. So
if you're going to hit Chris Miller, that's the place to do it.
Right in the helmet is a good spot to do it. Great kid.
Awesome.
I could say that about every kid on this team.
I agree.
We spend a lot of time with them. Chauncey and I go to just about every practice and spend some time with these kids, and they're great kids.
Yes, sir.
Owen Rogers will step in with runners now at first and second, then 1 away. Swing and a miss.
A good cut on that baseball. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's fine. Yeah. That was a good cut. He's got the pink and green bat. I forget what sliding thunder, or I forget what it's called. But anyway, it's a interesting looking bat, but it's hot. It's hot as a $2 pistol. Takes that one outside corner. Calls strike 2. The ball. There are no balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. Runners at first and second for Owen Rogers, the first baseman. JoJo delivers the curveball there, and that one gets by the catcher, and that's going to move runners up 60 feet. So now a couple of runners in scoring position for Rogers. That breeze combined with this tent you brought has been an absolute godsend today, hasn't it?
I can't disagree.
That little breeze, I don't like a heavy wind because it blows our papers around and gets into our microphones.
Yep.
That gentle breeze, oh my goodness. Feels awfully nice.
I'm a fan.
Speaking of fans, they've got them all over the place here.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
We might have to find us an investor to get us a fan. Rogers fouls that one off.
Also, speaking of fans, my poor wife is in Georgetown right now with my other son Oliver playing baseball.
Right.
And informed me that her fan is not in her car, and there's no shade at that baseball field. So
Kristen, I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, me too.
The ball's lifted straight up in foul territory and will get out of play. Well, you know,
she's also got our 9-month-old baby too.
Sacrifices of moms and dads that travel ball. Your 9-month-old, I was able to announce her birth on the radio.
Yes, you were.
That was kind of cool.
That was a highlight right there.
That was
for
a
sure.
lot of fun when Oakley was able. I was in Lincoln County, West Virginia. Got word she'd been born and told everybody on the air. My buddies may have been born. This ball gets away. Mullins comes in, slides across home plate, and will score the 7th run.
Yeah, Mullins turned on the Jets there, boys.
Well, he dropped the trailer.
I like it.
And Brent Lovell know. I love Gabe. He's not the fastest kid on the team, but he was smart fast that time.
That's exactly right.
Smart fast. And there's a called strike 3 on Rogers for out number 2. 7-4, Cubs on top. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. And with 2 down and Chris Miller at 3rd base, it'll bring Henry Sturgill to the plate.
He walked and scored a run last time, and
you know, I get Henry Sturgill is Cody's son. Great little kid. I think I've called him Henry. Here comes a wild pitch coming in from 3rd is Chris Miller. He's going to score the 8th run of the ball game. I think I've called him Henry Mullins a time or two today because we have 2 Mullinses on the team. And I worked with a man named Henry Mullins who was a DJ for 100 years over in Grayson.
Okay.
And so Henry Mullins that's where I think I'm getting that.
That's an easy
one.
one.
And Henry just passed away recently.
Oh.
So he's been on my mind.
I see.
And Henry passed away a couple weeks ago. And he was a legend on Go Radio. And so I think that's where the Henry Mullins, he's been on my mind. I think that's where I'm getting the mix-up with Henry Sturgill and Henry Mullins and Gabe Mullins and Ty Mullins and everything. So I apologize for that, but Henry had a tough break early in the year, broke his nose, had to sit out for a little bit, had to wear a mask. He is battled. And then last week, I think he got hurt at a softball game of all places. A ball hit him in the foot, and he had to have x-rays. He's had a tough time, but kids out there right now battling hard.
Yes, sir.
He's run the count to 3 balls and no strikes.
We talked about it earlier, and we'll talk about it again. Henry gets on base. Watch out. He can get around him.
Yeah. He's pretty quick. Even with that foot being a little bit gimpy, he still can get around. Hey, there was a 3-0 pitch that they did not call a strike. Of course, it bounced to the first base dugout.
Yeah, well.
And Henry's just going to keep on trucking. And he's going to be in there, and the ball gets into center field, and he's turned to walk into a triple and maybe score. They're going to try him. They're going to try. Oh, Jeremy want him to go. And he's going to come across home plate. Now, their coach may holler because Jeremy, well, he didn't really help him. He almost hindered him because Henry came around 3rd. He had to go around Jeremy at 3rd base as the coach. But he's going to score and just turn to walk into a run. And that'll make it 9-4 as Mason Marshall step in.
I don't know if I've ever seen a home run on a walk before.
Well, can't say that I have. Well, I'm sure I have in my many, many years of umpiring and coaching. But it doesn't happen often.
No, sir.
If it does happen, it's usually at this level.
That's right. That's right.
Where they just throw the ball and play the circus music. Morris takes a healthy cut on a pitch right down Broadway. Misses for strike 1. If I were behind home plate, I would tell him to scoot up to the plate. Close up a little bit. That one's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Cubs lead it 9-4.
4-run the inning so far for the Cubs.
Well, this is the kind you want right here. Miller had a great inning last inning. Hopefully he can come out and shut down and keep this thing going. That one catches the outside corner. Call strike 2. Marsh looks back like, are you kidding me? But he's been calling that pitch all day. That's why you move up on the plate. And he called strike 3. But the Cubs able to come up with 4 runs that inning.
Yes, sir.
How many hits? Couple?
How about
One?
one?
One hit with Caesar's double.
Couple of walks, a bean.
Couple of errors, and all those good things equate to the Boyd County Cubs having a 9-4 lead over the Elk City Rampage. We'll head to the bottom of the third here, and we'll be back in a couple of moments. You are listening to the Boyd County Cub Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
Another public service announcement from Brill Cream. Men, beware. Use one dab of Brill Cream. Just a little dab makes your hair look excitingly clean, disturbingly healthy. This man dared to use 2 dabs. Now he's in trouble. We refuse to be responsible.
Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream. Brill cream, a little dab will do ya. Brill cream, you look so debonair. Brill cream, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair.
Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of iron, the iron you need to build healthy blood, to keep your body function properly, and to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Ironized yeast tablets provide you with a simple and effective way to get the daily iron your body requires. Ironized yeast is a concentrated iron tonic combined with high-potency brewer's yeast, one of the natural sources of vitamin B1. And every daily dose of ironized yeast gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Of course, pallor and weakness can come from other causes, so see your doctor regularly. But medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women, particularly those between 15 and 50, and many, many men, lack sufficient iron. So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, if you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset, get new pep, vigor, and color for only a few pennies a day. Start taking ironized yeast tomorrow.
Ironized yeast. What about that?
That's a new one on me.
Me too.
I'm sold, though, after hearing the commercial.
First pitch, a ball.
Number 10, Turley at the plate. And while we were at break there, if you noticed, the camera moved a little bit. I noticed had a string hanging low on our canopy, so I tore that string off.
Aha.
I'm sure that bothered someone, and I don't blame them a bit.
Well, it bothered me.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And now, was that hit by pitch?
I believe it was.
I think maybe, at the very least, I have been able to, here's a ground ball, hit the shortstop Caesar. He'll go to Griffith for 1, and that'll be all. At the very least, Chauncey, I think that I have the batters and things on there won't matter, but I think I do have at least the score.
Okay.
It might come up on our crayon. I'm not sure, but we're working on it. Here's a ground ball hit up the middle. It's going to be caught by Caesar. He drops it, but there's Griffith to pick it up, and they got him at second. Nice play by Brantley Griffith to back up Tate Caesar.
2 away, Tim.
2 away, and the Elk River coach not happy about something. I'm not sure what.
Well, the ball hit the ground, and the umpire checked to make sure that Griffith had it in his glove before the runner, and he did.
Most certainly did.
Yes.
So there's a swing and a miss, strike 1.
And by the way, Tim, I'm pretty sure Brantley made that play there for his great-grandmother, Lois Adkins, who is listening right now from her den. Kind of on the mend after a stay in the hospital, or else she'd be right up here in Hurricane.
No doubt. So, hello, Mama Lois. You said Lois?
Lois Adkins.
Here's a fly ball lifted to the right side. Coming in is Marsh, going out is Caesar, and it drops. Caesar couldn't pick it up. Marshall will pick it up, and he'll get the ball in as he'll run it in and get it to the pitcher. So with 2 down and 2 on, here's a ball lifted over to the right side. Rogers gives chase, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf.
Good effort, though, getting over there by.
Nice job.
Yes, sir.
Nice job.
Abshire at the plate.
So no balls and a strike as Miller still on the mound. Lets that one fly. Misses low and inside for ball 1. Swing and lifted over to the right side. Griffith will funnel that one in. And that'll be out number 3. So 1 run, but no hits, right?
I believe so.
And there was 2 left on base. We played 3 complete. Your score, Boyd County 7, Elk River 4. And we'll be back here in a moment. You're listening to Cubs Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Sports Network.
To keep your dog in top condition, get your pet complete nutrition. Feed 'em sturdy, make 'em sturdy, happy, friendly, petty, birdie. Any dog can be a winner if he eats some sturdy dinner. Feed 'em sturdy, beefy sturdy, vet with sex insist on sturdy. Ask any dog who's tasted it, the doggy with the bit. You sturdy dinner, dog food is delicious. Get sturdy.
It's delicious food, eat some every day. Oh, we ride in a rodeo, roping steers and butts and broncos, and we haven't had a bite to eat since dawn. We are hungry and we're dragging, but here comes the old truck wagon with the fiddles that we long for. Bring her on!
Now I'm the U.S. Marshal. To soft drinks I am partial.
And this popcorn's good.
I say it be. You like 'em, lick 'em, ice cream, and this ice cream, very nice cream.
You buy 'em, and you try 'em, and you see. Now it's time for intermission, so let's all hit the trail and gather around the sweet bar where these goodies are on sale.
Everybody, but everybody, is going to our Ghost to Go-Go show. Already the spooks are swinging, the witches are winging, the haunts are on the move. The monsters are swaying, the ghosts are saying, come on, get in the groove. And come to our rock and roll Ghost to Go-Go show. It's a zany mixture of spooks and music with beat. You may rock with chills or roll with the combos. But whatever you do, you'll have the time of your young life in our Ghost to Go-Go show. It's new, it's different, it's tough.
Oh, I love those old commercials.
I do, too.
Those are for MJ more than anybody else. MJ is an old school radio buff, and he listens to some old stuff all the time. We've got a no pitch there for some reason. We've got a new pitcher on the mound.
Yes, we do. Grayson Keeper.
So Grayson Keeper on the plate, and that pitch was a no pitch. I think they call that a cryon, the thing that's on the screen. I think we've got that figured out. It won't have the right batters and all that good stuff, but we should be able for now to have balls and strikes in the score and the stuff that you need.
Yep.
We will figure out how to do those other things that it will do a little later on. But right now, Chauncey and I are tag teaming this with about as good as we can do.
That's right.
And I think we've had some folks talking to us and letting us know that we're on the air, and we appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
I know that the kids will love being able to watch themselves.
And that's what it's all about.
And that's why we're here.
Yep.
I know Mason was excited. He brought his iPad so that on the way home, he's got about an hour home or 45 minutes. He can watch the game. There's a swing of the miss, strike 2.
Full count to Hudson Pillar.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Remy. Brantley Shelton on deck, and that pitch is inside for ball 4.
I hate to be this guy as far as superstition goes, but every inning of this ball game for the Boyd County Cubs, the first runner's reached base and scored a run. So we'll see how it works out here.
Well, we'll see. And
Good bunt.
Brantley Shelton puts a nice bunt right back at the pitcher, but good enough for a sacrifice.
And that's the name of the game. That was a great job there by Brantley Shelton. Yes, sir.
Sacrifice bunt.
Back to the top of the order for Boyd County, Ty Mullins. He's 2 for 2 with 2 base hits and 2 runs.
Mullins takes that one for a ball. And again, the crowd probably says Brantley Shelton's up to the plate, but he was just sacrificed. So please disregard those things if you're watching and trying to say, hey, that's not Brantley. We know it's not Brantley Shelton. It's Ty Mullins. That one's inside, 3-0.
Good eye, Ty. How about that?
Hey, rhyme every time. Poet didn't know it. What a beautiful day.
I'm telling you.
Skies are so blue. This is phenomenal. And forced pitch walk there for Ty Mullins.
It's even beautiful-er when that little breeze is blowing.
Beautiful-er.
I made that up myself. How do you like
that?
it?
I like that.
A little visit from Coach from the dugout here. Out to the mound, talked to his pitcher, Grayson Keeper, his first inning on the mound. And then we got Remy out there doing some jumping jacks, Ty doing push-ups at first base.
Well, you know, it takes all kinds. Well, it don't take all kinds. We just got all kinds.
Hey, that's right. That's why we love him. I'll tell you that.
To death.
Brantley Griffith makes his way to the plate. Officially 0 for 1 today with a walk.
And swings that one off the left side.
I will say something about Brantley Griffith. He had about 300 pitches thrown to him yesterday. And the reason I know that is because I can barely lift my right arm.
Because your right arm is hurting right now. Mason had about 100 this morning, and he struck out twice. I'm going to quit throwing to him. And we've got a wild pitch, and Remington Hudson-Piller started to take off, decided he couldn't make it, and Ty Mullins was almost at second, so we had to do a little
Ty was in his back pocket.
Reverse engineering there. It was interesting. Griffin steps in, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 2 on here in the top of the 4th inning. Cubs lead it 9-4 over the Elk River Rampage. That one's low and outside, ball 2.
And a great job there by the catcher.
Yep.
I can't tell you who he is or what his name is, but a great job there keeping these pitches in front of him.
I might be able to tell you his first name, and it would be that's Cameron Williams is catching now.
Okay.
According to their game changer, anyway. And nice dig there once again.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. Hudson-Piller at second. Mullins at first. The 3-1's in the dirt, ball 4. So that will load him up and bring Tate Caesar to the mound, or to the plate.
And right now for Boyd County, 3 of their faster players, we'll say. 3 kids who can get around the bases pretty well on the pond right now.
A single here will definitely score a couple.
Yeah.
Or should.
Should,
I will say. And Caesar hits that one to the right side. Hey, Evans redeems himself on that.
Yes, sir.
Jeff Evans made a nice play at first.
He's a superior athlete. Just ask him, he'll tell you. I really hope he hears that.
No, he'll be listening, and we'll get told about it, I'm sure. That's all right. We're an equal opportunity abuser. Here's a ball that gets by the catcher, and that's going to score Hudson-Piller. Now, how do we do that? We got to figure that out on here. Oh, I see. Well, I thought I could.
That
we'll
one up
just
high.
add one there and take him off there.
There you go. 2-2 the
one
count
there.
now to Tate Caesar.
We'll figure all that out.
Hey, we're getting there.
And Caesar strikes out as Mullen scores.
Yes, sir. 2 away.
And that will bring Gabe Mullins to the plate, I do believe. No. Yeah.
Yes, sir, Gabe Mullins. Another run scores, makes it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 4, 11
Sure
to 4.
It's not 11? I've got 11.
Yeah.
With a runner at third. And Mullins at the plate with a 1-0 count. That one's going to be a called strike. This umpire loves that outside corner.
He sure does.
Pitchers could live right there. They could build a 10 out there if they want to.
One thing you and I talk, we go to a lot of ball games together. When it
fouled off.
That was fouled out of play. We talked about an umpire, if they're consistent.
He's called it every game.
Yes, sir.
Or every pitch that's been out there, he's called a strike.
Yes, sir.
So as long as he's consistent about it, we might have used him a little bit, but he's doing what he's consistent. He calls that one every time. And Mullins strikes out. I think. Yeah, he didn't know if he struck, and that's 3 outs, isn't it?
That should be, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely 3 outs.
Well, we had a little bit of confusion there, but we're going to head to the bottom.
Hey, at least you and I aren't the only ones. How about that?
Right. Yeah. Well, we're on top of that one. We
yes,
knew those
sir,
3 outs. So
yes,
we're going to
sir.
head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score, the Cubs 11, Elk River 4. That might be the ball game. Let's hang on right here because of the 6-run rule. If we're close to time limit,
I think they're discussing that right now.
They're talking about it. And it looks like the Cubs are going to send their players out. So we'll take a break and then we'll come back and see. But with the 6-run rule, I don't think there's anything Elk River can do. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back and talk about it in just a moment.
Get a can of Dr. Lyon's tooth powder today for a few cents at any drugstore. See what a surprise you get the first time you use it. We believe you'll never again return to ordinary, less effective ways of cleaning your teeth.
Thank you, my friend. I was a little bit parched.
You're sure welcome.
And my friend.
Although no one knows what we're talking about, but.
Well, Chauncey gave me a Diet Mountain Dew. It's the nectar of the gods.
Yes, sir.
And you got to have it occasionally.
You know, I first heard that saying about 20 years ago from my football coach in high school, Dane Dameron, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Come to find out about 20 years later, I found out Dane Dameron heard that from you.
He did. He most certainly did.
Unbelievable.
I called it the nectar of the gods. Grew up around Dane. His brother and I, Donald and I, are best friends. And they're going to call the game. They're going to say that's it. That's going to be the ball game because Elk River cannot possibly come back.
Right.
And they're not going to have enough time to start another inning. And therefore, this ball game has been called as the Cubs will win it here this afternoon. Your final score, the Cubs 11, Elk River 4. We're going to take a break and come back, and Chauncey will run through the what each player did for the Cubs today. Can we do that?
We sure can.
You've got your. I don't have my stats, but you'll have yours. So let's take a break. Thanks to Sturdy Dog Food.
I like it.
And
Sturdy dog food.
Sturdy Dog Food will take us to break. We'll be right back.
I just got
Keep your dog in top condition. Get your pet complete nutrition. Feed 'em sturdy, make them sturdy. Happy, friendly, petty, birdie. Any dog can be a winner if he eats some sturdy dinner. Feed 'em sturdy, be sturdy. Vet with thanks insist on sturdy. Ask any dog who's tasted it. The doggy with the bit. You sturdy dinner, dog food is delicious. Get sturdy.
That's right. That's
Welcome back here to Hurricane, West Virginia, where the Boyd County Cubs have defeated the Elk River Rampage by a final score of 11-4. They'll move on to play the West Virginia Smash in about an hour and a half. But, Chauncey, let's take a look at how the Cubs did it today.
We'll start out with the man on the mound, Chris Miller. Picked up the win today, gave up 4 runs, all of them earned. Had a total of 1, 2. Let me see here. I'm looking at the wrong page, Tim. Act like I've done this before, right? 2 strikeouts for Chris and 4 runs. And the win, that's the important part. Did a great job on the mound. Offensively looks something like this. Ty Mullins, 2 for 2 with a single in the first, a double in the second. Scored a run both of those times. Also walked in the 4th inning, scored a run there as well. So officially 2 for 2 with a walk and 3 scored runs.
Call me. I love it when things like that are happening. But it also slows down my hot spot, which makes our stream slow down a little bit.
I got you.
But that's okay.
Should I go back through those stats quickly?
No, we'll be fine.
Okay.
I think we were off for just a few seconds, but we're back now. According to my Mevo app, we're still up.
Yeah.
And some folks, I did get a question. Someone texted me and said, "What are you guys using?" We are using a Mevo Start, a very basic camera, but it does what we need it to do.
Does a fine job.
And we are using an iPad, an iPhone, and an old JK Audio Remote Mix 3.5 that MJ knows about.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I think he invented those.
I think he has probably worked on 1 or 2 in his lifetime.
Yeah.
The reason we use the stuff we've got, it's all battery powered, because when you go to a remote, you never know if you're going to have power or not, and we do not have any power here.
That's right.
Without running 700 feet of extension cord or starting Chauncey's truck and plugging into an inverter.
That was an option.
That is always an option.
I will say one thing about these JK Audio boxes and MJ McKay. I know for a fact that he can do anything you would ever want to with those boxes over the phone, because he's helped me and walked me through countless times. One time, and I'm going to tell this real short.
Sure.
I left my power supply cord at one gym, and then I came back to another gym, which was several hours in an opposite direction, and realized I didn't have my power cord. He got me. He fixed me up over the phone.
He can do it.
Yes,
He's
sir.
The man. And I appreciate you calling or listening, MJ, and texting in. And he will be a man that when we get this going, especially next year, MJ's the guy I'm going to talk to.
Absolutely.
About what I need to do, because he is the man. And Mama Lois listening in.
Yep.
Watching on her TV.
My mom, Robin Griffith, and my grandmother, Lois Atkins, are giving us two viewers.
I think Laura's mom said she was listening today and watching, or we call it listening because we're used to radio.
That's
or
right.
I am. You're an old TV hand with your cool TV.
I'm an old something.
But this is not my first foray into it, but I'm treating it like I'm on the radio. So that's how we do it. That's how we like it, and we appreciate everybody listening in. And we will be back in about an hour and a half. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We can get some batteries charged up, and everything works out fine.
Yes, sir.
We'll return here to Valley Park in Hurricane, West Virginia. Once again, your final score today was the Cubs 11, the Elk River Rampage 4. Former broadcast partner Chauncey Griffith, this is Tim Carper saying God bless everyone. We'll see you in